Good evening, morning, afternoon, or whatever this is for you. For me, it's the evening. It's about 9:20 p.m. and I've done my shopping. I put it all away, and now it's time to enjoy a nice glass. It's January. Times are getting tougher. In my business, it's very cyclical. Sometimes, December was a good month. September is usually a good month. June, July, August are usually good months. The months in between, especially January, February, and March, they can be pretty hard. I was lucky this week in that I was able to pay all my bills and get a couple bottles of whiskey. I'll even be able to go out to dinner tomorrow night. Yes, I will have a dinner date. But I even bought some whiskey today. But this whiskey I picked up just before Christmas, and now it's the 7th of January. So this is nothing pretentious. It's a bottle of Canadian Club 100% rye. Costs about $25. Does it say anything special here? Our master distiller brings you a whiskey made from single grain rye, spicy, rich, with the hallmark smoothness of Canadian Club. Makers of exceptional rye whiskey for 150 years. So, if the label's to be believed, this is supposed to be damn good stuff. And for $25, yeah, even I, at this time of year, can afford it. Ew. This looks like it had bourbon in it. Just a minute, I'll go get another glass. I'm back. Yeah, bourbon has this way of leaving a residue on the bottom of the glass, and it looks really gross, and as if there's like microbes growing in it or something. Not that there would be, but bourbon always leaves a residue on the bottom of my glass. Any other whiskey, Irish, Canadian, Scotch, you name it, the glass still looks clean after I've drank from it. But bourbon, there's always that drop. Anyways, I have the Canadian Club 100% rye here. Let's give this a pour. There's no cork to make a popping sound, so that's why we have this plastic cheap twisty cappy thing on there. And here we are. I think I may have done a video including this whiskey some time ago, probably around when I started making whiskey videos. And I think I had the Canadian Club and the Canadian Club Rye side by side, something like that. I didn't even watch that video, so I forget. It's been a while. It's been about 3 years since I've done this. Right away, I'm getting some rye. There's that hint of rye. There's some caramel. Yeah, caramel and vanilla notes are quite prevalent here. Very strong caramel and vanilla notes. Excuse me. It's 750 mils, bottled at 40%. It is an entry-level whiskey. It will have probably quite a bit more flavor than the regular Canadian Club. I'm just seeing a field of rye just waving in the breeze when I nose this one. Definitely get that. Can smell the field in this one, along with some caramel and vanilla notes. I'm not getting any fruit. well, maybe a bit of some kind of fruit. I don't know. I'm reminded a little bit of maraschino cherries. That's about all. I'm getting a bit of spicy rye kind of notes, if that makes any sense to anyone. Well, let's go for the taste now. Hmm. I'm getting some of that bite, um, some of that bite that you get from a rye. It's definitely young tasting. It's a little bit metallic. It's some of that cereal waving in the field is still on the palate. I'm gonna have to take a sip here. Rather big sip. That was more like a gulp and a half. And now we'll go for the second taste. I'm not getting so much on the nose now. There's some of those vanilla notes again. Some caramel. The caramel's a little bit fading. And there's definite vanilla notes here. And something spicy. It's indistinct. It's a spicy kind of, I don't know, like mustard or nutmeg or something. Coat the mouth all over. You know, even though it does have the rye flavor, you can taste the rye definitely, but at the same time, you can also tell it's 40% alcohol by volume. The rye has a bit of a watered down taste to it. The first sip I took, I was going, well, I should taste something. Okay, I taste some vanilla, and I taste something spicy. And now I'm tasting the rye, and you know it's young. There's a metallic note to it. But then I'm waiting for the rye to come around, to be whole. Like in a lot 40, the rye is whole. You can taste all the rye. Same thing with the Crown Royal Northern Harvest rye, or any rye that's 45% or more, or even 43% or more. This would be better at 43 or 45%. But as it is, it's already had the water added to it. I wouldn't call it a sipping whiskey. It tastes like a bit of rye, a little bit of spice, a bit of vanilla, but just a bit. And there's that rye, that bite right on the middle and on the tip of the tongue. That that spicy rye taste, but it's not. If it had a higher ABV, it wouldn't be smooth. It would be pretty rough. It would be rot gut. But as it is, it's a mixer. You mix this with Coke. You mix this with whatever you mix it with. I'm not really big on mixes. I'm no expert on mixes. In fact, I prefer just having the whiskey plain with some water on the side like this. And that's the way that I enjoy it. But yeah, for an entry level, for something you want to mix, Canadian Club 100% rye, you can't go wrong. It's not, it's got the same idea as the Alberta Premium. The Alberta Premium is also 100% rye. The Alberta Premium is also 40% ABV. But there is a world of difference between the two. I can comfortably enjoy sipping Alberta Premium. And that's often where I start when I'm going to go on a flight of rye. But this one, like I said before about other whiskeys, I'll drink it, but I'm not going to enjoy it as much as something else. It's just that it was there, and it was cheap. And I'll face it. I wanted to have something to fill that empty space on the shelf where I have my rye. And I didn't have a lot of money at the time. I just wanted something. Well, here we go. This is one to offer the guests, but I have maybe one guest a year, so guess who's going to be drinking it? Me. To your health.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.